Between the hedges, Georgia dogs coming out. War Eagle flying over Jordan hair skies. Hottie toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Leland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. Talk that score. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Gators in the swamp, trumping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that Tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Reds battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. My name is Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk podcast. And of course, you see the man, the myth, the legend. You can see him and you can hear him tonight. Tell him who you are, boss man.
It is Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate you so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. We thank y'all so much for making this possible, man, and continuing to rock with us here around the water cooler as always, man. I got to shout it out already. Shout out to Sham God with the 199 super chat, man. Shout out to him, man. We appreciate that so much.
Shared it, my friend.
As well, man. Shout out to Auburn Dad that's in the chat with us, man. Shout out to the Huggy Beard that's in the chat with us, as man. We thank y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. Hope all is going well with you, man. Hope all is well. Tim the Tool Man Taylor, War Eagle to you, my
Timmy.
Man. Hope everything is rocking with you, man. Rocking with you. Hope all is going well with you, my guy. Hope everything is rocking with y'all, man. Hope everything is good, man. Yeah, man. Sham guy saying, man, let's get this one started off right as well, man. Auburn Dad saying, what's up to Nick and Marcus? What's up to you, Auburn Dad? Hope you doing all right. War Eagle to you, man. Before we get into it, as always, man, make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Podcast, man. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at the Water Cooler right there, man. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Coolest523, and then make sure that you subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube, so you know when we post videos and go live. 40 people away from hitting 800 subscribers, man. So we trying to get there as quick as we possibly can, and we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. Tonight's show is gonna be an unscripted show, is what tonight's show is. But also, before we get into it, make sure if you want to call into the show, there's the call-in number 334-521-2679, 334-521-2679, because we got a couple of questions. We have 3 questions tonight that we want to answer. 3 random questions that we want to answer tonight dealing with Auburn SEC football. And me and Marcus tonight are going to answer these questions as best as we possibly can. So that's what we're going to do. Also, remember, man, that your boy Nick does the locker room for every Auburn game, man. And this week we'll be going into the locker room for the South Alabama versus Auburn football game inside Jordan Hare. It is homecoming week for the Auburn Tigers. on campus, man. Game starts at 11:45 p.m. on the SEC network. We will be here going live at 11:25. About 15 to 20 minutes before game time starts, man, and we're gonna make that thing happen and hope that you come around the water cooler and rock with us and watch it with us, man. And then right after the game is over with, right after the locker room, make sure you head over to Auburn Addicts TV for the Tiger event, the official post-game reaction show with the mayor, Marcus Fitzpatrick, with DC Wolf, and with Auburn Tigers, man. We appreciate it, man, as well. And if you have not already, check out the video, that interview that we put up with the voice of the South Alabama Jaguars, JT Crabtree, man. Did a dope interview with him yesterday, man. That was put up yesterday. So make sure you go check out that video. Gave us a good analysis on what to expect from the South Alabama, from the Jaguars of South Alabama, and what we could see. Had a nice conversation, man. Went through key players, went through position groups, went through line of scrimmage, talked about coaches, talked about South a little bit, where they particularly could possibly end up in the Sun Belt this year. So if you have not checked out that video, go check that out on Water Cooler Talk Sports YouTube channel right now. Well, you can do it now. You can do it after the show is over with. Go check that out. It's about 30 minutes long, man. It's a pretty good interview, man. Marcus, how you feeling tonight, my guy?
That was a great interview, by the way. And I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, man. Hope all is well with you, man. Can't complain at all, man. You know how we do it in this thing. You know how we do it in this thing. I can't be
around the water cooler, man. Yes, sir.
I can't be mad because we around our water cooler, like you said. All right, man. Let's go ahead and let's get into it, man. So tonight's show is an unscripted show. It's unscripted. It's an SEC debate unscripted show. So basically, what
scripted debate?
Is it ever scripted? That is a good question. It is a good question. But tonight, we use a little artificial intelligence tonight.
Okay.
And so I asked ChatGPT to come up with 3 random questions that is surrounded by for Auburn football and for SEC college football. I asked it to come up with 3 questions. Marcus literally just got the questions before we got on because I literally just asked ChatGPT to make these questions up about 30 minutes ago. And so this is really gonna be off the top of the dome. You're gonna really get our real raw answers to this question. And so we're gonna ask 3 questions, and we're gonna try to spend at least 10 to 12 minutes on each question, debate it through, talk it through, and see what happens and see how it goes. And from there, if you want to call in, give us your spiel on it. If you want to say it in the chat, put it in the chat. We'll put it up on the screen as well. But just know you can call in and you can have say so as well. So Marcus, let's go ahead and let's get into this conversation. First up, Marcus. Let's go with this. I'm gonna give it to you in a different order than I told you the questions.
All
right.
Scripted. It's unscripted.
Number 1. All right. We have said on this show that we felt like the SEC is wide open. This is probably the most parity we have seen in the SEC this year with teams, particularly that there are probably 8-9 teams that could potentially compete for the SEC championship this year. Recently, the SEC has decided to go to 9 games. That's what they decided to go to. So starting next year, every SEC team will play 9 conference games plus a team from a Power 4 conference going for each season. All right. So here's the question for you, Marcus, and here's a question for debate. Will the SEC's new 9-game conference schedule help the league prove it's the toughest in college football, or will it crush teams' chances at the playoff? Your thoughts?
I think with a 9-game SEC schedule, it's like you're guaranteeing at least a 5-game playoff because the strength of schedule is going to be so strong in that 9 games. It's like you're adding an extra team to the playoffs.
Okay, so you saying with the 9-game schedule, you think
it benefits the SEC. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it benefits the teams because of
because of the strength of schedule that you will play in those 9 games. But the
Okay.
downside to that is when you finally do make the playoffs, your team is going to be very beat up due to the wear and tear of the SEC, the powerhouses that you have to play, the tough teams every Saturday that you'll have to face in the SEC.
Okay, so you saying it is a benefit because of the fact that teams will it would guarantee teams spots in the playoffs, but it is a possibility that
Once
with
you finally get to the playoffs, you're gonna be beat up.
you're gonna be beat up. Okay, all right, okay. I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from with that. I see where you're coming from with that. I understand where you're coming from with that. I would probably have to say that I would probably I think it's going to hurt the league overall. Man, in the sense that I'm leaning more towards hurt than help because I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying when it says that that at the end of the season when it does get to the playoff picture, the teams that do make it, they would get beat up. I can see where you're coming from with that, but I think it's probably going to hurt teams more because I think it potentially could expose the SEC.
Go in depth with that, please.
I think it could expose the SEC for what it is. Now,
Expose how?
everybody knows my feelings on when we talk about the SEC being the toughest conference. From a national standpoint, when we had this conversation, everybody seems to go to national championships right off the top of the dome. It's like, all right, cool. It is what it is. And even that could be a discussion as well. My understanding is this. My gripe with it has always, when it talks about being dominant and tough, has always been when people talk about the middle of the pack teams and compared to other conferences, saying our middle of the pack teams would be any other conference in middle of the pack teams. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm a numbers guy. I like to look at numbers and see exactly what the numbers say because majority of the time, numbers don't lie. This is what they tell us. They tell us numbers don't lie majority of the time.
Wow.
And when I look at our middle of the pack teams compared to their record compared to other conferences, it doesn't scream dominant to me. It doesn't scream dominant. Now, when you talk about the top tier guys, you talk about the top guys that's been in the conference. You talk about the Alabamas, you talk about the Georgias and the LSUs. They have dominant records. 50-13, that's dominant. 33 and I think 11, that's dominant. 50, I think it's 50-12 or something like that. Oh, excuse me, 33-12, that's dominant. But when you get to the middle of the pack schools and you look at the schools and the numbers look like 18-14 or 10-9 or 22-17 or 20-24 or when you or another 10-9 or and things stuff like that, that to me just seems like it's all right. And now when you add in the precipice of the transfer portal and NIL, and now talent has been dispersed across college football, I feel like there's a chance that SEC teams can get exposed. The more they play these teams and the more they play these games. Your thoughts on that?
But when you say exposed, how do you get exposed when you're playing SEC talent?
No. I'm saying no.
I'm wondering what you're comparing it to.
I'm comparing it to when you get to the playoffs. That's what I'm comparing it to.
Oh, okay. So when you're saying when they play against other conferences in the playoffs, they'll get exposed.
Yeah, I think they will, and I
don't think so.
The numbers say they do. But the thing is, even within the conference, I think it helps the conference because now you probably will have other teams in the conference that may rise up and become contenders in the conference that you never thought were contenders in the conference because of the disparity of talent across the board and things and stuff of that nature.
Well,
because
I think
a lot of other teams have gotten better and things, stuff like that. but still, they probably could still rise up and play better within the conference. But still, the numbers say outside that will just be, in my opinion, will just be all right.
Well, if we being real, the extension of the playoffs is the reason why that happened. With you
Explain,
having
hold on, explain it to me. Say it again.
with the extension of the playoff, from us going from having a 14 playoffs to us having a 12-team playoff.
Okay, I'm
And
trying to
then
follow.
I say, because you were saying the rise of a team in the SEC that you wouldn't imagine to contend for a national championship. I said you can contribute that to the playoffs, adding more teams versus them adding a 9-game schedule.
Okay. So let me make sure I'm understanding. So you're saying that the expansion of the playoffs was because more SEC teams deserve to be in?
No, I'm saying you can contribute up and coming SEC team or SEC team that you wouldn't picture being there to the extent or having a chance to win a national championship to the extension of the playoffs versus having a 9-game schedule.
Okay. All right. I'm
But
trying to
oh,
understand that. I'm trying to understand it because my mind is a little scrambled right now. But go ahead.
you said that with it benefits the conference because it might give an opportunity to a team that you don't think will win a
They can win
championship.
the conference. They can win the conference. Yeah.
I said I would put that more to the extension of the playoffs than a 9-game schedule, don't you think?
I mean, okay. So why would that be? Why would
Because in
that?
the past it would only be 4 teams that could contend for a championship. Now it's a
No,
broader field.
no, you talking about national. I'm talking about SEC championships. I'm talking.
Uh,
I'm talking about I'm talking about it will probably. I'm talking about across the conference. It will probably since the talent has been dispersed across the conference so much, it will probably raise some of
okay.
those schools in the conference to be able to compete for SEC championship. Let me clarify that. That's what I'm saying. Compete for championships while going to a 9-game schedule. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, okay. All
Then
right.
what I'm saying is where it will hurt at. That's where it will help at. Where it will hurt
Okay.
at. To your point is that based on what I've seen so far, the same thing is happening across college football as well because a lot of talented guys are still going to other schools, and I'm just not sure that that even though the talent floor is dispersed and has raised across some schools, that it would allow for them to still be able to have what I would consider to be dominant records against those type of schools that are playing in other conferences. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, we felt pretty good against other conferences. But I was just wondering what you comparing that to though.
I'm comparing it to other conferences. So I'm asking you the question: do you think so? Kentucky is 22-17 against teams in other Power 4 conferences. Do you consider that to be dominant, or do you consider that to just be okay?
It's good. But
So
Kentucky,
that's just okay.
that's okay, but they still a bottom tier SEC school.
Do you okay? Oh, okay. I give you a good one. Ole Miss. Ole Miss has an 18-4 record against other conferences. Is that dominant or is that just okay?
18-4.
I mean, 18. My bad. 18-14. That's what I meant to say. Jesus
I
Christ.
was like 18-4. Yeah, we
It
ain't
is
saying
dominant. It's dominant. I mean to say 18-14. They have against other Power 4 schools. Is that dominant or is it just okay?
that's just okay. But that's still a middle tier school. Oh, are you thinking? Oh, Ole Miss is upper echelon SEC?
They probably on the precipice of being in that top quadrant. I mean, they perennially a 9-10 win team every year. Would you not put them in that precipice of being up in the upper echelons of school? Because I think because here's my thing. I think the upper echelon schools in the SEC are Alabama, Georgia, LSU. Those are my 3 upper echelon schools. I'm not putting Texas. I'm not putting Texas or Oklahoma up there because when they won national championships, they won those national championships in other conferences. So I don't attribute those to the SEC. I don't attribute those as SEC teams that have that as championships that was won by SEC teams because they weren't at the time. So after that, and the reason why I have those 3 because those are the 3 teams that have won the most recent championships: 2019 LSU, 2020 Alabama, 2021, 2022 Georgia. So my thing is this: would you not consider Ole Miss to be on that precipice? of being potentially in that top tier of SEC schools. They are consistently a 9-10 win team, 11 win team every year.
I can't see Ole Miss. I see Ole Miss being like a tier. Probably, I don't know. Like
On the press, I'm not saying they're there, but if it's those three, right? If those three schools are the top three that I think are up there,
then I still would put over Ole Miss if we talking.
okay.
If we going historically. If we going historically. I still put I put us over Ole Miss historically. Possibly. You said you don't want to put Texas and Oklahoma, so I'm gonna try to stay away from that. I put us over them. You probably could put Tennessee over them. I think they're right.
Okay, all right, okay. So when you say historically, how far are you going back? Are you going back to 2000? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, because so you going back to 2000? Okay, and if you going back to 2000,
I was just talking historic in the SEC. Oh, you talking recency? Like,
yeah, I'm talking recency stuff. I mean, let's just be real, bro. The 2005 was a long time ago. 2010 was a long time ago, bro. That's technically a long time ago. I'm just
saying, like Auburn Dad said, they never even made it to an SEC championship.
You're right. And Tennessee hasn't made it to an SEC championship since 1998.
But that's what I said. We talking historic. That's why I said. That's why I asked. I said, are we going historically, or we just talking? We talking recent? Yeah, all right. They right there at the break recent. But I was just saying historically. Nah, I wouldn't. I can't.
Missouri has been to an SEC championship game more recently than Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss.
I put them over. I put them over Ole Miss.
They've been there more recently than Tennessee.
And I put them over Ole Miss.
So you put. I see that's my point, because in recent history, Missouri the past 2 years have been what?
They didn't win like 2 or 3 times.
10-11 win teams. 10-11. They
went to the SEC championship like 2 or 3 times.
They went to the SEC championship when they first got in 2013 and in 2014. A year they went back-to-back years.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 times.
So I mean, yeah, I understand it, but I mean, like, it's not too many other teams in the conference you would put that you can say that would be in that. That would be in.
That's a recent. I totally agree. Since Lane been there, I totally agree with that. But I was like historically, I wouldn't put them. The 3 teams that you name historically, you can argue upper echelon. Like no matter what history timeline you want to put on
if that's the case, you'll add Florida to that record. You'll add Florida to that.
Exactly. You can add Florida to that.
Add Florida to that as well too, because Florida had a nice run as well. Yeah, you add Auburn because Auburn has a national championship in that time period.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many teams that I could go over Ole Miss.
But in recent memory and history, Ole Miss has been better than Auburn. If you look at it on a win loss basis.
That's why I asked. If you want to go historically with it, that's why I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's what I was saying. So, all right. So me and Marcus both got the same answer to that. It hurts and helps, but I think we got it in different ways. So that's good. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the next question, man. I think this next one is going. This is the Auburn based one. All right. So we saw this past weekend. We saw a kicker have an injury. We still don't know how it happened, but got injured. And last year, something that we all talked about was not having, great special teams play in light of, when we got in situations where normally if we got in field goal position for the Auburn Tigers, we could kick a field goal and count on having 3 points. And we saw play calling kind of maybe be dictated by that. So the question I'm going to ask right now, if Auburn can't trust its kicker, will the offense be forced to be more aggressive? And is that a blessing in disguise or a disaster waiting to happen?
Whew, that's a good one.
This is a good one. It's a good one.
I would say this. We knew McPherson was about his illness during last year.
He wasn't 100%.
Yes, we knew about that last year. At this point, you had all year to come up with a plan B. Your plan B got hurt. You should have other plans in place at this point that you know should have that you can still run your offense as fluid as you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just like I'm worried at a sense, but at a sense, you should have been prepared for this.
Okay.
So I think it doesn't change how he calls his offense per se, but you will be able to tell very quickly if it does, because you'll start seeing a lot of more fourth down shots, a lot of more game clock control management situations
Mhm.
versus him getting real flashy and taking big shots down the field. So if he doesn't have a plan for it, I think you'll find out very soon.
Okay. All right. So the situation that we in right now is that Alex McPherson normally does like extra points and shorter field goals. Uh Towns Magoo is supposed to be the guy that's supposed to uh
Kick the
kick
kickoffs and
the kickoffs and the longer field goals is what he's supposed to do. There is a guy that we got in the portal in the offseason from Southern Miss. I think his last is Gibbs, his name, I believe.
didn't
And
look too bad.
no, he didn't look too bad. Didn't look too bad. So to your point, Marcus, they have, instead of having to go into a classroom and get a guy in Ian Vashon to come out and just kick and things and stuff like that, like happened last year. They did go and they prepared for this. There is preparation. But do you think that there is confidence in, if McPherson can't go fully 100%, do you think there's confidence in Magoo and Gibbs? And it seems as if they say Towns Magoo is okay. They say he's okay. But do you think there's enough confidence in those kickers to where, let's say for instance, Auburn is on the 33-yard line, right? And that would put you right at about 49, 50 yards, 49, 50-yard field goal. If you were to hit that, do you think play calling changes from Coach Hugh Freeze? Do you think that they have in your opinion, the confidence in those kickers to make those kicks in that situation? Because you stated that they should have done this in the offseason to prepare for this. But do you still think the confidence is there for those kickers to make those kicks?
I'll say no.
Wow, bro.
I would say I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest about it. If we gonna tell the truth, I feel like the fan base might be more confident than Hugh Freeze does. I think Hugh Freeze wants to get it in a situation where Alex can get on the field. I think Alex is his for sure shot.
But he's kicking long field goals now.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm saying Hugh Freeze wants to get the ball to a place on the field where he can get Alex.
Okay, I get what you're saying. You want to get it in the range where,
in the range where Alex can get in and kick the field goals, because
it's 30-yard field goal. It's 30-yard field goal. I know Alex McPherson can make this. Is what you basically saying.
He's gonna manage the game like that. Nate.
Okay, all right. So I throw this at you. What if Alex McPherson can't go? Well, let's just say let's say this. God forbid. Let's say he can't go for a length of time, and you get in a situation to where you feel like, all right, I'm on the fringe of where this kicker he should be able to make it, but you don't. You kind of I don't know, man. Like, and it's 4th and 4. It's 4th and 4.
Man, we know. All right, I would tell you this. Depending on how the game is going, is how we're going to play it, and depending on where the location is how we're going to play it. If we're in Texas A&M, on, like you said, on I-35, that's almost a 50-yard field goal.
Rough, yeah, it's a little bit longer than 50. Yeah,
we're gonna. I think we're gonna call plays. We might just go for it. Bro.
Might just go for it.
I don't think we're gonna send Magoo out there in Texas A&M on a 51, 52 yard. I don't think so.
But he making them in practice though.
I know he got the leg. I believe I seen him with the leg. I just seen him make them before.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think you want to put him in a situation like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got from it's SEC season. It is Auburn Tez. Tez, what's going on with you, man?
Yes.
Man, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Chilling, man.
Hey, man, I'm the wizard behind the screen, Ted. Don't be taking my stuff.
Hey, man. I'm actually, I had to go meet somebody that bought something off of Facebook Marketplace, and I got stuck in traffic. So it's been an adventure.
That's all good. It's all good.
You waited too late to call up, bro. You really trustworthy. You supposed to call us on the way to the trail, bro. We don't trust people that you meet on Facebook Marketplace.
All right, Ted.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, I'm gonna ask you the same question. So tonight's show, we just asked. We already asked one question, so we're gonna ask another question. This is the second question we on. I'm gonna ask you the question. If Auburn can't trust its kicker, will the offense be forced to be more aggressive? And is that a blessing in disguise or a disaster waiting to happen?
So Auburn can't trust his kicker. Does it force them to be more aggressive?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that a blessing in disguise or is it a disaster?
I think it forces them to think about being more aggressive. Definitely. And I don't know if it's a blessing in disguise because like sometimes depending on so I guess what we're saying is after the offense gets around the 50-yard line and right around in that area on fourth downs, are we calling plays to go for it on fourth down? I give you plays to
I give you a scenario. I give you a
Mm-hmm.
scenario. All right. Auburn's on like the 33, 34, 35 yard line. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4th and 4. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Hugh Freeze has the confidence in Towns Magoo to go out or Connor Gibbs to go out and make that kick? Or do you think at that particular spot in the game, at that particular yardage line, Hugh Freeze would elect to go for it on like 4th and 4, 4th and 3?
I think he'll go for it.
Okay. So basically, you just told me he don't have no confidence in the field goal kicker. That's what you just told me.
Well, even without the injury, I don't think he would. I think he would still go for it in that situation.
Okay.
Unless Alex McPherson is healthy enough to kick 50 yards. I like Towns, but Towns has only kicked. He's only looked good when there hadn't been other opposing teams on the field.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. He got the leg to kick it. He got the leg to boot it and get it down there. But
he got a point. For sure. He showed that day, but then like when he got his opportunity on the field, he shanked some easy ones.
Now he was a freshman last year when that happened. He was a freshman.
I don't know if he's the guy. I don't know if I wouldn't just kicker by committee. Just
okay. So we got running back by committee and we got kicker by committee. Is what you're saying?
And play caller by committee.
Oh, play caller by committee.
I wouldn't trust kicker by committee. Last time I really saw. Think about it. Last time we saw play caller by committee was Alabama in 2013. And how'd that work out for them?
You said 2013 or 2023? Which one?
Kicker by committee.
Oh, kicker by committee.
Kicker by committee was Alabama. It was Alabama in 2013, and how'd that work out for them?
Got a good point. That's a good point.
But if we being real, like this is the most unstable our kick situation been in a while.
Yeah, it has been.
Right.
Right. We normally
got a kicker.
We normally have a kicker that you can be like, all right.
We keep a kicker like we keep a running back.
That's true.
You normally be like as offense, man. We get to the 35, 36, man. We should be automatic right there. That's
Alabama don't keep a kicker. We in an Alabama situation.
Boy, that's funny.
But I guess to answer your question though, Nick, I think that's a bad thing. Like anything that puts this offense in a situation where they have to think any more pressure in critical moments, I don't think they need. I think those decisions need to be as easy as possible. So Yeah, not having a field goal kicker is forcing them to be more aggressive. It sounds like a good thing, but I don't know if the play calling that comes with it is something that we necessarily gonna want.
Well,
Because they
well,
were more aggressive last year in those moments. It's just that the plays that they was calling was elementary.
yeah.
Mm, mm.
It's
Now,
just it's to me.
I give you the stat real quick before you go, Marcus. This may change your mind, it may not. Shout out to Kendall, man. Kendall said he agree with you, Tez.
Right.
There was a ranking that came out today for SEC quarterbacks on ESPN, and Jackson Arnold was ranked 14th out of 16 quarterbacks. And the stat that was given was that he did some great things with his legs when it came to rushing, but when it came to drop back passing, he's only averaging 2.7 yards per pass in the drop back game. Does that change your perspective on being more aggressive, or do you take a chance with the kicker and kicking in that situation?
Well, like that's what
No.
actually rolls into my point. It's the flow of the game at this point because you know early on he's gonna see if his kicker can make those kicks. He's gonna go try him out there. He's gonna try, and he's gonna let him decide his own fate. If he misses those kicks, we will not see him in those pressure situations. We're gonna go for it. If he makes those kicks,
Okay.
he's gonna go out there. We're gonna see can he will us through.
Okay.
That's just the nature of the beast, man.
All right. I see you, man. I see you, man. I
Yeah,
see
I think the same thing. I think it just depends on how the kicking is going. Um, whether he's gonna have confidence in him or not. Because the one thing that he's been consistent is if it works and it's working, he's gonna do it. If it's not working, he'll ditch it altogether. Like you'll never see it again. So
Mm, mm. Ed got a good point. He said, got to keep faith in the kicking game. Said we don't know if we have one at the moment.
Yeah.
Kicker didn't kick a ball until last year, and he learned from YouTube. I remember watching that segment. I remember watching that. I think that was on game day, if I'm not mistaken. And he kicked the game winner in week 1. So yeah, you got a point. And shout out to C Hall, man. C Hall said, man, here you had. I'm here. Had you guys on. I was finished cooking. Shout out to C, man. Save us a plate, man. Save us a plate.
Give me some.
Send me a plate, bro. Send me a plate. Shout out to y'all, man, for rocking with us, man. All right, so I'm gonna recap. So basically, Marcus said that he's gonna try the kicker, and if it doesn't work, he's gonna keep going on. That's what you basically saying.
You got to play in the flow of the game, like so.
Okay.
Early on, when you get in those red zone situations, if he can kick those long distance field goals, and you see that, all right, he in a groove, let's go ahead and throw him out there in that pressure situation. But if you see, all right, he shanked one, he made the other one, but he shanked the last one, we going for it. I don't even trust it.
That's disastrous. That's disastrous.
But that's but
That's
I mean,
football.
that's disastrous. But that's not any different from any other coach. Like if any other team, if you go out there in the first half and the kicker is shanking field goals, then you get to a pressure moment, you're gonna be hesitant about kicking that field goal.
That's football.
Like, that's not any different from any other football team, I don't think.
Well, no, it's not different. But I'm just saying that I'm just saying, okay, let's say this. I'm saying 50 yarders. I'm saying 50-yard field goals. But Marcus, because as I say, you get to about 33, 34, 35-yard line. Marcus basically said earlier he gonna try to get into a he think Hugh Freeze is gonna try to get to an area of the field where it's automatic for Alex McPherson off the top, based on what he could do this year. Do you agree with that assessment?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's kind of smart football though. Like even if you that's the advantage of having a field goal kicker that can kick 50 and plus is like you don't have to get that far to be in their range.
Yeah.
It's like the goal.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, but to Ed's point, Ed right here said McPherson is good from about 35 right now, and 35 yards is roughly about the 20-yard line is where you got to get to. The 25-yard line is where you got to get to get, to make a 35-yard kick is where you need to be. So my question is, if you can't get to the red zone and you just outside the red zone, does Hugh Freeze decide to kick it, or does he decide to go for it on those fourth downs?
Are we kicking it? If we inside the 30, let's go.
So you're saying if we inside the 30, he kicking it.
He kicking it. If we inside the 30, if Buddy is not scratched off the list for the game, if Alex is there, he's dressed out and he's healthy, inside the 30, we are kicking a field goal.
All right.
Yeah, hands down.
I like it. And
if we don't, trust me, those post-game reactions, that next Monday show, that Sunday show, he's gonna hear a whole lot.
And hear me out. Depending on the ramifications of said kick, i.e. the game and what the weight is of the kick, you might see Alex trot out there for a 50-yarder.
Ooh, okay.
That'll let me know that it's all bets off.
If the gravity of this kick is season,
all bets off.
defining implications, you
All
might
bets
see Alex
off.
out there.
I
And no disrespect, medical team better be on standby because it's going to be rushing the field.
I hear. I agree with y'all on that. I agree with y'all.
Be rushing the field because somebody getting trampled.
All right, let's move on to the last question of the night, man. And this one right here, I'm low key interested in hearing y'all thoughts on this. All right. So we stated earlier, and this kind of leans into the first question of the night that we had tonight. SEC, it's kind of wide open this year. There's a couple of teams that potentially could, that could compete for the SEC championship this year and for the and make some noise. So I'm gonna ask y'all this question: if you had to put money on one, who has the best shot to sneak into the SEC championship and why? Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, or Arkansas? I'm gonna go with Ted's first on this.
Who has the best chance to sneak into out of those three teams, who has the best chance to sneak into the SEC championship?
If you had to put money on it.
If I had to put money on it today.
If you had to put money on it, which one of those teams has the best chance of sneaking into the SEC championship
I
game?
know what you're going to say.
Well, this is easy, man.
Go ahead and say it. I know
Arkansas.
What?
Oh, wow.
What?
I wasn't expecting that.
I was not. Whoa.
Okay. You know what? I wasn't expecting, but I do have Auburn losing to Arkansas. I do have Auburn losing to Arkansas, so I can see where you come from. But go ahead, explain.
We haven't talked a lot about Arkansas because they haven't played any competition that's noteworthy. In the games that they have played, Taylor Green looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC.
Okay.
It's the Arkansas gives me the unknown. Like, I've seen Vanderbilt look good in that game against Arizona State, but I also saw them go down very early in that game. Right. And against SEC competition, it's going to be tough for them to come back. I don't think they're not built to come back like that. I don't think that they would be able to do that against the SEC team. And what was the other team you mentioned?
It was Arkansas, Mississippi State, and Vanderbilt.
With Mississippi State, I just feel like they just have so much. Being a two-loss team, that doesn't happen by accident, and I feel like they have so much of a road to eclipse to get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like 6-6 for Mississippi State is a super duper win in their book. Arkansas, however, has the makings and the pieces. I think to compete for an SEC championship, if the pieces fall, like I said, I'm big on quarterbacks. He's a returning quarterback, and he's playing extremely well right now. And whenever you got your quarterback playing well, the sky's the limit for your team.
All right, so here is Arkansas' schedule moving forward. Okay, Arkansas has Ole Miss this weekend. They have Memphis. Then they have Notre Dame at home. Then they have
It's gonna be an interesting game.
that
Yeah,
is,
very interesting.
then they have to go to Tennessee. Then they have Texas A&M at home. Then they have Auburn at home. They have Mississippi State at home. They have to go to LSU. They have to go to Texas. And then they end the year at Missouri.
SEC select is tough, just like everybody else.
Very bad.
Okay. All right. All right, Marcus, your thoughts. Who you got?
Man, Ted took my surprise pick, but I'm gonna argue Vandy. So I think Vandy is in a great position because Vandy returned a lot of people this offseason, man. And Pavia is, and if we're looking, Vandy had like I understand what people are saying, but Vandy has played the toughest competition so far. In these first 2 weeks, I feel like Vandy has played very tough competition out of the 3 teams that you named.
Okay, so Vanderbilt. Okay, so Vanderbilt. So this is Vanderbilt's schedule. Vanderbilt has played Charleston Southern and Virginia Tech. Mississippi State has played a ranked Arizona State and a Southern Miss team. And excuse me, Arkansas has played Arkansas State and Alabama A&M.
I misspoke when I spoke about Mississippi State. State first.
Okay, all right. So do you want to stick with Vandy?
I'm still stick with Vandy, but I think Vandy has a tough slate. But I think with the guys that they returned last year, man, and what they're showing right now, that they could possibly be for real. I think if they beat Bama, come off that bye, it's gonna be. I think they're gonna take an L against LSU, but I think it's no avoiding it. But I think they could fare pretty good against Missouri this year. You get some pressure. You get some pressure on odds. He might fold, and then that Auburn game. I'm not gonna say nothing. I would not speak on that.
Here's Vanderbilt's remaining schedule. They're at South Carolina this weekend, Georgia State at home, Utah State at home. They go to Alabama. They have LSU at home.
Fanning got a gauntlet, bro.
They got LSU at home. They got Missouri at home. They got to go to Texas. They have Auburn at home. They have Kentucky at home. Then they end the year at Tennessee.
I'm still sticking with Vandy, man. They're gonna push through.
All right. I hear what you're saying. I guess we're gonna all pick 3 different teams because I'm gonna pick Mississippi State. I'm picking Mississippi State. Yeah, man, I'm picking Mississippi State. Even though I the best chance, I think people are seeing what Blake Shapen would have been if he would have not gotten hurt last year. Because through 3 games last year, Blake Shapen was, I think he was like 94 yards past last year before he had the shoulder injury. And the offense was still humming along. The problem with Mississippi State last year was their defense. And what did they go out and do in the offseason? They went out and retooled the whole defense. Went out and got a bunch of graduate transfer guys, a bunch of red shirt juniors, red shirt seniors to come on that on the defensive side of the ball, and not just get them, but they got a lot of guys that have experience at the Power 4 levels that transferred into Mississippi State. Now, a lot of G5 guys just that came up, a lot of guys that played in Power 4 football. So I look at that. Then I look at Mississippi State's schedule. Mississippi State has Alcorn State this coming week. They have Northern Illinois, which could be a trap game because Northern Illinois did beat Notre Dame last year. So that's a game that they need to watch out for. Then they have Tennessee at home. They have to travel to Texas A&M. Texas A&M hasn't looked that impressive against Utah State and UTSA in their first 2 games. I think they've allowed almost 200 plus yards rushing in both of those games, if I'm not mistaken. Then they have to go to Florida. Then they have Texas at home. They have to go to Arkansas. They have Georgia at home. Then they go to Missouri, and then they have Ole Miss at home. So the back half looks a little especially when you look at that especially when you look at that Texas, Arkansas, Georgia, Missouri, Ole Miss. The last 5 games could potentially be brutal. It depends on what Florida is too. The rest of the season, we'll see what Florida is at the beginning this weekend because they do play at LSU. But yeah, man, I'm gonna rock with Mississippi State, bro. Because I think the thing that held Mississippi State back last year was their defense, and they went out and retooled that. The defense looks formidable. What secured the win for them this past weekend against Arizona State? An interception is what secured the win for them. So it seems as if the defense is proven to be paying the dividends that they went out and got on that side of the football this year. So I'm just we're gonna all pick 3 different teams. I'm going Mississippi State, Ted's going Arkansas, and Marcus is going Vanderbilt. So
I got a question though. Who did Vandy piss off in the SEC schedule? Like, why is their schedule so hard, bro? Like they
It's the
schedule
same. It's the same schedule they had last year. Just flip
yeah,
it
just
around.
switch. Just switch.
stupid.
It's a hard schedule. It's the same schedule like Ted said, just switched though.
Yeah, last year that schedule was stupid.
Okay, but it is what it is, man. Vanderbilt looks to be a formidable opponent for a lot of teams. You can't overlook, man. They cannot overlook.
I tell you what, if they can prove that they can come back in football games the way that they did, then they're gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah, I agree.
But you would expect that with all the production they return from this offseason. So
Well,
but they just don't play that style of football. Though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, they don't throw the ball; they run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Vanderbilt is a run.
I was just saying, it's been a tough outing period though. With your production, with that much production coming back, you would expect them to be a tough team to beat. That's all.
That's true.
I use okay. That makes sense. I guess I was just looking at it from the fact of the matter is just based on what their offensive identity is. They not really known to be a team to try to air it out as much. They gonna try to ground and pound you, control the clock and things and stuff like that. And what they did against Virginia Tech, they literally came back from like 20-3 and ended up winning the game like 44-20. Like Virginia Tech didn't score the second half. Like it was that real.
Yeah.
That's not a bad pick. I get what you're saying. That's not a bad pick either. I want to get y'all thoughts on this. We gonna preview the South Alabama game on Friday a little bit more, but I want to get y'all thoughts early on the South Alabama game coming up, man. And if you haven't, check out the interview I did with the voice of the Jaguars, JT Crabtree, of the South Alabama Jaguars, man. Make sure you go check him out. It's about a 30-minute long interview over on the channel, so make sure you go check that out. Tell us what you think about it, man. We had a nice conversation about some key players for South, position groups for South, about where South potentially could predict to end up in the Sun Belt Conference this season. And we didn't give an official prediction for the game, but if you watch the interview, you will see the lean and how JT feels about how this team potentially could compete in this game. So and see what South Alabama has going up against Jordan, going into Jordan Hare Stadium up against the Auburn Tigers. So if you haven't, go check out that interview over on our YouTube channel, Water Cooler Talk Sports, right now. But before we get into that, man, fellas, just want to get y'all initial early reactions to this game. What are y'all thinking? How y'all feeling so far about this game? What's y'all thought process? Marcus, go ahead.
And I feel honestly like it's gonna be homecoming. You get teams at homecoming, you can beat up on. But please don't get it mistaken. South Alabama will be a scrappy team, but still homecoming.
Okay, Marcus, that's very encouraging.
Sorry, Nick. Still homecoming though.
Go ahead, Ted. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's going. We did the math on it on the spread, so like 50-something, 26 spread. 50-something over and under 26-point spread, something like that. I think Vegas predicting 38-14. I think that's exactly what we see. I think they cover. I think Auburn covered, but not in the fashion that people think. Because like the 38-14 game is covers the spread, which is over 20 points, but that's a close game. It's too close for it to be playing a group of 5 schools. So, but I think that's how it plays out. 38-14.
Okay. Ed Darby said, I think South will be fill the box and roll the dice.
Might as well. You playing with house money.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Trying to tell y'all.
You lead upon it at the crib.
Trying to tell y'all. All right, man. It is what it is, man. I told you this we weren't gonna hold y'all long tonight, man. This is just really a show that we just want to ask those 3 questions and just get a quick debate in for tonight. And we hope that y'all enjoyed that, man. Before we get out of here, as y'all know, man, make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and when we go live. And remember that this Saturday, 11:20, we'll be going live at about 11:25, 11:30. Because the game starts at 11:45. We'll be in the locker room. We'll be doing a live Auburn game, live Auburn watch for South Alabama versus Auburn. It's homecoming week on the Plains inside Jordan Hare Stadium, man. So it's an early kick. We get a chance to get the early kick, and then we'll get a chance to hopefully get a win, and then sit back and watch some more games for the rest of the day. But after the locker room is over with, make sure you head on over to Tiger Vent, the official post-game reaction show over on Auburn Addicts TV with the mayor, Marcus Fitzpatrick, with DC Wolf, with Auburn Tez. As always, man, we appreciate that, man. The official post-game reaction show, man. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe over Auburn Addicts TV. And then make sure you subscribe to these channels as well at It's SEC Season. I got Tez at Tight Sports, at Alabama Football Megacast, at Auburn Addicts TV. Follow my guy Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast. Be Sharp over at Sharp Shooters Podcast. On his way to 1,300 subscribers. So make sure y'all go over there. If you haven't subscribed to him, make sure you go over there and subscribe to him over there. Vandy Chris over at the Golden Broom Podcast, man. And of course, the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube and the Huggy Beard on Facebook. Also, go follow JMHO Sports Talk, just my humble opinion, Sports Talk, Coach Sean. And of course, I got Coach Carl over at On the Block Sports with Coach Carl, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler. As always, man, get these last little comments that came in before we get up out of here. We appreciate y'all so much, man. Auburn Dad said, man, I'm telling you, load the box and J.A. Cam and RPO will eat. All right, I like it. Jermaine Mims said 56, Auburn 56, South Alabama 6. I don't think that's going to happen. Auburn Dad said 38-7. Okay. Ed Darby said, hey, Tez, you're doing God's work with the power ranking show. Reminds me of Jerry Springer. I don't know how y'all do it with the other team's fans. Shout out to that, man.
Hey, bro. I told you, it was a good one.
Hey, I'm trying to get more fans and more teams in there so it can be even more crazy.
Make sure y'all go over and watch the show. We did the rankings last night. Great show, by the way. Great show.
I told you, Ted.
It turned out really good.
That was a great show last night. So make sure y'all go check that out. And
we changed the format a bit. I think it works better the way we did it last night.
Oh yeah, it was great. That was great. That was fun. It was a fun show.
That was pretty good.
So make sure y'all go over there and check that out. And then make sure that tomorrow you're doing who said that? The Keyboard Collective. So make sure that
so
y'all
the collective speech.
Collective
speech actually. I don't know about tomorrow just yet. I'm contemplating moving that to a daytime show. So I'm just looking at my audience's watch time and kind of trying to find a good time slot. And if y'all, let me know if y'all want a daytime show, something around lunchtime on Thursdays. Let me know, and I'll move it to that spot.
We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up, man. Yeah, let Tez know if y'all want it to be a lunchtime, daytime show. Let them know. But yeah, man, it's dope. That's dope, man. So please, man, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe over to Tez over at It's SEC. Marcus, what do you got to say to people before we get up out of here, my guy?
And I see y'all Friday, man. Then I see y'all Sunday after that, man. Until then, y'all be safe.
Yes, sir, man. We'll be back Friday. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler for another call-in show, man. We didn't get any call-ins tonight. It's cool, but hopefully, more people will watch and call in more than that. So we'll have our call-in show on Friday, man. We'll have some more talk. We'll preview more South Alabama versus Auburn and some other games around the SEC as well. Got some really big matchups that's going to be happening in the SEC. So we'll be looking at those as well. But until then, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler on Friday, man. It is Nick Frazier, Marcus Patrick. Yes, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler. And as always, make sure you all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one, man. Y'all be blessed. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his, because guess what? He deserves all the praise and all the glory. And until then, well, here you go. Huggy said, bro, I'm at work 5 a.m. to basically 5 p.m. No daytime show for me, is what Huggy said.
Oh, man. I thought I could catch you on the lunch break, man.
Oh, man. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, it is one love. Ladies and gentlemen, we out this mug. We holla. Y'all be easy.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.